G'day guys and welcome back to our channel, Nick and Helmi. We're back here in Chinatown because you guys love part 1 so much, so here we are doing part 2 of what to eat in Chinatown. Now before we start, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe so you get notified when we post our weekly food and travel adventure. And don't forget to check out our Patreon too. Today we're gonna be eating Japanese, we're gonna be eating Singaporean snack, Malaysian Chinese, Helmi's favorite drink, and of course some Korean stuff. So let's dig in.
The first place is called Mr. Hot Dog. Now this hole in the wall is selling Korean hot dog. What's the difference between Korean hot dog and the other hot dog? Well, Korean hot dog got cheese inside with some sausage. So you can basically have that cheese pool. Yep. And also they have the rice cake as well. And the unique thing is that on top of that you basically have the sugar. And also some sauces like ketchup or mustard. This street food snacks is so famous. If you go to Korea in Myeongdong, you can find anywhere. So we really miss Korea. This is the closest thing that we can get in Sydney. Here we go, the ultimate Korean street food, corn dog. Yep, as you can see, there's honey mustard, ketchup, sugar, potato chips coating, and inside, of course, the cheese and sausage. Let's try this. I miss Korea so much. So the top part is all the cheese. That's why I go first to eat it because it's all the cheese full. But the bottom one is the sausage. I leave the sausage to Nick. Anyway, so the honey mustard is really nice. It's not too sour, and the ketchup is also pretty good. And you combine it with the sugar and the crunchiness from the potato coating. It's just so delicious.
If you've ever eaten a normal plain donut with some cinnamon sugar on it, the top part, it's kind of like that. The same kind of taste and texture. The only difference is that they don't use cinnamon, they use normal plain sugar here. But that cheese, man, that's really cheesy. Look at that cheese pool. Actually quite a lot, and it's melting like crazy. You know, right now it's like extremely hot. It's like blazing hot here in Sydney. It's like 37 degrees right now. Eating hot dog, not a good idea. I think this is more of a night street food snack here. So they open till 8 from 12 to 9. So if you come after the sun sets, I think it's not too bad. But now I'm sweating, man. It's like a workout here. Alright, let's move on to the second place. But I think we'll skip the second place and straight to drinks because I need some drinks, and I'm sure Helmi doesn't mind that we're gonna go to the drink section first. Let's go.
Well, I bet you're thinking I'm gonna take you to another bubble tea place. Well, no, not for today. So, we are currently at Yomi's Yogurt. So this place is like super famous with the purple rice and yogurt smoothie. So the menu is very extensive. Like this is the very famous one, which is the purple rice yogurt. Very good. They have salted egg yogurt. I never tried that. Should we try?
No. Not today.
Not today, okay. Well, they have like passion fruit, strawberry, melon, so whatever you like to have some kind of fruit stuff, they have it here. So outside is super hot, that's why we are decided to go to Market City, and inside you have to wear a mask. Hopefully you guys can hear my voice.
Okay, it's hella hot outside. As an Australian, if there's one month that I really despise, it's January. It's insanely hot and humid. It's like 37 degrees outside. My skins are boiling. That's why we're getting some drinks. This one from Yumi, it's the passion fruit drink. Usually we get the purple rice, but it's way too hot today. We're gonna get some passion fruit. Hopefully it's refreshing. There we go. Oh, it's really thick. You can really feel it's like a smoothie there. I've never tried the passion fruit before, so always a first for everything, right? Oh, Oh, you can immediately feel that passion fruit hit, so refreshing. But it is very thick though. It's like really thick, like a smoothie.
This is very refreshing. You can taste the passion fruit right away. And well, this is like yogurt. I'm not sure whether you are okay with this, Nick.
Yes,
Lactose
that's
intolerant.
right. I'm lactose intolerant. we'll feel it later.
Yeah, this is really good. We normally get the purple rice, but it's too heavy, I guess. But this one is pretty good.
It started raining, guys. This is crazy. Is this Melbourne or is this Sydney? Just kidding. We're actually here on a different day. The day we were here shooting all that food was just so hot that we couldn't do it. We had to come back another day. Now it's raining, seriously. Actually, just a block away from Market City is Prince Center, and inside Prince Center there is this shop called Singapore Famous Barbecue Pork. They sell kind of like beef jerky, pork jerky, similar to Bacang Yang. If you guys been to Singapore, it's kind of like that. They've got two seasoning, the barbecue and the chili, and I'm just salivating to try this. Let's give it a go. And we're actually already here.
But they also have like pork floss. What else? The dried beef is like the jerky, and also chili squid, Nick's favorite. So the shop is like super small. As soon as you enter, you see the grill, and the lady just chucked that barbecue pork on the grill, and it smells so amazing. So if you've been to Singapore, you should try the Bacang Yang, which is the barbecue pork, and this is what we got. You can always order the chili and also the beef, but maybe next time. Look at this. It's perfectly charred, right? Let's try this. Oh my god, that's good, Nick. The meat itself is like super sweet, and you have the char on top. It's just so delicious. So it's quite different with the jerky that you can find, let's say, in supermarket, because that one is like quite dry. This one still have that moist, that sweetness, and that char.
Up front here, it's all the charred bits there and all that kind of like sauce stickiness. The back, it's kind of like plain. There's not much happening down the back there. So I'm very keen now.
Good.
Again, as Salmi's saying, it's not too dry, but I think if I compare it to Bacang Yang in Singapore, Bacang Yang still one of the best. Yeah, definitely. There's a little dryness in the middle, although there's moist as well, but it's a little dry in the middle. Texture inside though kind of feels like minced pork. So there's kind of like a little bit of dryness, a little bit of tenderness, a bit of mix of everything. The sauce is nice and sweet, but just like a really nice balance. And not too sweet and not too salty too. Just perfect like snack on the go as you're walking around.
Next stop is Gumshara, one of the most famous Japanese ramen here in Sydney. 99.99% love it, including Nick. On the other hand, is the 0.01% who doesn't really like it. I'll explain to you why. That's why this place is kind of mixed feeling. It's like relationship. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't, and it's okay. It's called relationship, right?
It's called a ramen shop, though. So Gumshara is actually inside a food court called Eating World here in Chinatown, and usually you can enter here from Factory Street, which is just off Dixon Street, but I think they're doing a lot of refurbishment here, so we gotta go from the main street over there.
Here's the unique thing about Gumshara, right? The broth is thick, like really, really thick. Over the many years we've tried it, a lot of people have complained, mainly the minority behind the camera, you know, complain that it is too thick. So I think they've started changing the way they do things here. You can even ask for a less thicker broth and less salty broth because it is heavy, it is powerful, there's a lot of umami in it as well. A lot of very classic stuff. So if you do like really thick broth, this is the place to get it. But you know, if you don't, you can still order something a little bit less thick as well. So they've got that option, which is really, really great. We're gonna order something less traditional, which is the pork ribs and barbecue pork, because that caught my eye. I was like, gotta try that one. But obviously they've got all that classic tonkotsu ramen as well. But we're definitely going for something unique today. It's like your normal tonkotsu ramen. You've got the sliced pork, but the only difference is here is that pork ribs right here. You got the noodle, you've got the bamboo shoots, and I put some of the green onion and obviously some chili flakes. They got your normal standard seaweed as well. But what's special about Gumshara is definitely their broth. Look how thick that is. Now, I've got obviously the original, which is the thick one. Has a lot of flavor to it. I know Helmi likes it a little bit, well, less thick basically.
I'll try it.
Yeah,
again.
but you should try it, Helmi. It's been a while anyway,
Yeah.
right? Oh wow, there's very thick, very porky flavor. Absolutely lots of umami right there. One hit. It's very filling because it's so thick, right? You just feel that kind of greasiness, you know?
This is like after how many years? Like over 5 years. I still prefer less thick. Like if you ask me what's my favorite ramen in Sydney, it's still Rio ramen in Crossness. I mean, yeah. If I order this, I'll ask for less thick broth for sure. Yeah, it's very filling, a very porky flavor. And for some people like me, which is the minority, just remember that minority. I don't really like super strong pork umami kind of flavor. That's all.
So definitely not Helmi's first preference, but it is definitely my preference because I'm like a garbage bin, a trash can. I eat everything, just shove everything into my mouth. Let's try this ramen. Look at that, the broth is sticking into the ramen. And I love that because every bite, it's gonna give you that flavor. Love this. Oh wow. You can just feel how thick that broth is. So porky in flavor. But the noodle is just right there. Bouncy, it's chewy, it's just the way I like it. Not too soft, it's not too hard either. Firm, really, really nice. Look at that. Crispiness. That meat is like extremely tender. What this tastes like is like a pork belly when you go to a Chinese restaurant. Like the top part is super salty. It's insane. It's even saltier than the broth itself. So if you don't like salty stuff, maybe don't order this one. Other than that, it's actually really tender. The meat's tender and soft. Like it really kind of breaks apart in your mouth. Love that.
I think you're gonna be super full after this.
Oh yes, for sure. If you eat this for breakfast, guys, I tell you, you're gonna skip lunch, you're gonna skip dinner, and then you're gonna eat again the next morning for breakfast. It's so filling though, seriously. It's really, really filling. It's a good thing that we shoot this on a different day, Helmi, because I couldn't eat it on the other day when it's so hot. It's just impossible.
I was patiently waiting for Nick to finish his ramen. Are you full, Nick?
Yes.
Because I'm still hungry and we are actually inside the Sussex Center and there's food court on top of the building. No, it's not on top of the building. It's actually it's like second floor of the Sussex Center. There's actually a place called, I think, Chef something that sell very good laksa. I'm not sure now. I haven't been there for a while, about 2 years, but I remember very nice. Let's go. On top of the building. Okay, so the name is Happy Chef. This one been here for years when I was still in uni. Imagine that. So many years ago because I'm old. So many selection of laksa. You can have the combination wonton, beef and everything. I actually got myself the wonton with tofu because I feel like wonton. But I have to be careful today because my shirt is actually white. This is last spot, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Or maybe we can have another drink because it's another day, another bubble tea. Is that right?
We'll see.
And as you can see, it's very simple. It's like wonton, the tofu, and egg noodle. So I love the egg noodle from this place. You can always choose the, I think, rice noodle as well. But the egg noodle is really good. First sip of this beautiful laksa. It's still the same. They never change. It's still good. It's really creamy, coconutty, but a bit oily. But it's okay because I'm hungry. Now let's try the noodle. Oh my god. So the noodle is so springy, it's perfectly cooked, it's not too soft and it's not too hard as well. They do have two types of egg noodle which you can choose. The thin egg noodle and the thicker egg noodle which is chewier. One bite of this wonton, you know this is handmade, this is not frozen. The skin is so slippery, so silky, so thin, and inside is so juicy as well. What I love about this laksa is combination of this beautiful wonton and also that creamy and coconutty laksa. When you bite it, it's like heaven on your tongue. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Now, if you like to see part 3, comment below. Nick and Helmi will love you to do part 3 and we'll do it. I think one day we're gonna cover the whole Chinatown and I don't know, City of Sydney maybe sponsor us. Okay, don't forget to punch the like button, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can see us next week. We're gonna basically fast for 5 days and eat again on the weekend. But before that, I'm gonna have my drink.